Hi everyone, today I am going to share about antibiotics and its classification. So what is antibiotic? It kills or suppresses the growth of microorganisms. It is derived from microorganisms or produced synthetically. So it is classified under three types: mechanism of action, then spectrum of activity, and then mode of action. First we will see about the mechanism of action. In this we will remember five things: inhibition of cell wall synthesis, then function of cell membrane inhibition, then inhibition of protein synthesis, nucleic acid and folic acid. So for inhibition of cell wall synthesis, remember PBCB. So penicillin, vancomycin, cephalosporin and bacteriacin. So function of cell membrane is polymyxin. For protein synthesis, remember MAC square, macrolides, aminoglycosides, then tetracyclines, then 2Cs, clindamycin and chloramphenicol. Then comes a nucleic acid is quinolones and rifampicin, folic acid, sulfonamides and trimethoprim. Then under spectrum of activity, it is divided into narrow and broad. Narrow means single strain, one strain. Broad means n number of strains, that is more than one strain. So first divide into 5 columns. So you should divide into 5 columns. So it will be useful for you if you divide like this. Now I have divided into 5 columns. First I am going to write mycobacteria. Then comes the gram negative. I am going to write gram negative, then gram positive, then the chlamydia species, then rickettsias. So for mycobacteria, isoniacids can be, group of isoniacid drugs can be given. So isoniacid is narrow spectrum. Then the streptomycin can be given for mycobacteria. Then I am going to tobramycin. It is broad spectrum because can be given for both mycobacteria and gram negative bacteria. Then penicillin, everybody will know that is a broad spectrum for both gram positive and gram negative. Then the sulfonamides, it is also broad spectrum for both gram positive and gram negative microorganisms. Then the cephalosporins, it can be given for both gram positive and gram negative microorganisms. Then the polymyxin, it is given only for gram negative group of microorganisms. So next comes the tetracyclines. It's a very broad spectrum. It can be given for gram negative, gram positive, chlamydia and rickettsia. Next comes the mode of action. It is bacteriostatic and bactericidal group of drugs. So for bacteriostatics, I will give a mnemonic like you remember TELC. So tetracycline, erythromycin, lincomycin and chloramphenicol. Then for bactericidal group of drugs, you can remember PAC square. Penicillin, erythromycin, aminoglycosides, cotrimoxazole,